I know I'm anxious to
Yeah.
see at the reunion how you come off at the reunion, you know, per this particular situation.
Yeah.
I'll be right back, guys. I need to go check on Sadora because she's sick.
Okay,
So I just need to
go
check
ahead.
on her, but she's okay. I'll be right back.
Hey, Sador.
Mhm.
So I can talk to you. Oh, it's just the men here now.
So I originally asked, like, at some point, did you realize that it was an elimination date and not a bubble date?
I
Like,
knew that on the way. I knew
did
that on
we
the
miss?
way. Yeah, I knew that on the way
But
to the date because I got the phone call from one of the girls that was
so,
in that lounge.
so
Remember?
that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. That's what I'm saying. It to us, it was never an elimination date. It was never an elimination date. It was up to her to
Yeah,
eliminate
from
you or
what y'all
not
saw. Yeah, from what y'all saw,
based
from what
off
the
of
audience would see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
you,
from
based
what
off
I
of what
saw
you're gonna
too.
say.
From what I saw too. But the only intel that I have that y'all did not see was that phone call leading up to that date. And so I kind of went in saying, okay, this is my time. And I was cool with it, you know. I just wanted to be cordial, you know, and I didn't want to talk about I wanted to be, hey Sam, this is why it's not working out for me and you. Okay, cool. I don't want it to be like, hey, Shareese, the reason why it's not working out between me and you is because of everything that the guys were saying. So I didn't want her to say the reason why it's not working out for me and you, Samson, is because what the girls are saying. Tell me that it's me and you, Shareese, that it's not working out. You know, don't listen to someone that's been lying to you in the this entire season and take her word for it. And you know, so for me, I was just like, remember, I know it seemed awkward. You said it seemed awkward me coming by and say, is this seat taken? That was my chance to say, let's start over. I'm walking back to the table saying, I'm still corny.
What are you started?
I'm still a corny dude.
What are y'all starting over for? Because as far as she
Because
knows,
before, but the scene that got cut out, the part that got cut out of that scene, it was already lifted. So I left to come back to de-escalate the situation. It's a really good tactic to take when people are you want to walk away from a situation. If you're fighting with your spouse, you want to walk away, allow the temperature to come down, re-enter and say, let's try this again.
So when they show
my saying that, Tyrone, is let's try this again.
So when they show us you coming to the table saying it's this seat taken, that was not your first time sitting at the table. Is that what you're saying?
That's the point, Tyrone, is there's food already there. I'd already sat down. We've already been there 20, 30 minutes. My food got there. Now it's second part of that whole scene. I'm sitting down and it's time to try this date out one more time. This one more time. And it did not go well because that's why I said, Sabrina, do you have the scene? Because you see me coming back to the table and all my food is there. And that's the part that the producer did not get to cut out. And I was like, yes, vindication. But but to your point though, how I still came across, I wish I could have done it differently. I really wish I did it differently. I used to tell, like,
are you talking about afterwards right now? Because it seems like you were still
I'm talking about
as she was walking away.
Yeah, I'm talking about when I said, you said this about Mike and his kids, Zoe called you fake, and I don't know if your line was Swayze, this, that, and the other. I was mentioning examples because she was giving me examples, and I was just like, okay, I'm just going to match you. If you want to fight, I'm going to fight. If you want to raise your voice, I'm going to raise my voice. You want to talk about girls, I'm going to talk about guys. I'm like, some people, that's how their communication style is like that. That's not my communication style, So unfortunately, she was the only person I had an argument with during the entire season, and I tried to do my best and keep it together with her. And I felt like I was fairly successful until that date.
So I was kind of almost like disregarding that part during the date, right?
Yeah.
The thing that stuck out to me was like after the date, and it was almost like y'all couldn't let each other walk away without
it was ugly. Man, got ugly,
poking at each other.
Yeah,
and I know how it can be sometimes.
Yeah, it got ugly. Luckily, there was no name calling. There was, no cursing. It just
how'd it get there? How'd it get to that point?
Tyrone, come on, man. Do you see her interacting with guys and girls the entire season? It's you gotta. It would have been the same with you. It would have been the same with Randall. It would have been the same with any guy in that situation. It's not a situation that I was like, you know, if there was anyone that could deal with that type of personality or temper, it would be me. I felt like I was suited for it based on my experiences and what I do and how I coach. I deal with alternative dispute resolutions all the time. I deal with conflict management. I teach effective communication. These are things that I'm good at. You know, I've gotten paid for it, you know, last 2 decades. So for me, I was like, this is a challenge, but I can work it out. I can smooth it out. It just reached a boiling point, bro. And we all have a limit. We all have a limit. And so I just wish I knew how to control the situation while the cameras were rolling. That way it was a more graceful exit. That's all.
Okay. Last question pertaining to this. And I don't even know if you can answer, but was there growth when it comes to you and her's interaction at the reunion?
Yeah. As soon as she came in, I got up, walked over to her.
Do we see it? Do we see it?
I don't know if they're going to show it.
Do they address it at all?
Yeah, they do address it. I don't know what gets cut out in the next season. I'm on the next episode.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm the first person that greets her when she comes in.
Yeah.
I kiss her on the cheek. I make a drink for her.
I'm sure.
Yeah, make a drink for her, and I sit her down and we chat and we laugh and we're taking pictures and we're off to the races again. Is because I want to be her friend. I want to be someone that she could turn to. You know.
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So I think you answered some questions like the intense negative energy.
But I will admit I had to separate myself from her, after that scene. So I did block her from my social media and from my phone because I did not want the energy, and I met someone earlier in the year at my church. I met someone earlier in the year at my church, and I said, if there's not an opportunity for me on this show, I'm going to pursue her. And so the first Sunday, Randall knows about this. The first Sunday after we finished wrapping that last scene prior to the reunion, I said, "Hey, listen, I'm all yours now." So I started. I gave myself to someone in a quote unquote committed way that I never dated before, but I knew since the beginning of the year, January. So that's what happened. Yeah. So there was a block, but before the reunion, I was just like, okay, I'm not going to have her be the only one I'm not talking to. So I opened up my phone lines again, opened up my social media, and I said, hey, the least we could be is adult. At least we could be as cordial and cool. And if you're willing to try, I'm willing to do my part. And so
you're talking about you and Shareese?
That's what's
up. With Shareese, yeah.
So y'all are cool now? Y'all are good?
Randall, I saw the
I don't know where she stands now. She seems to go back and forth. She seems to go back and forth. Like there's a post I just made recently today about I just put a post out there today on Instagram and Twitter, and she went ham on it again, today. So I don't know. I don't know if she's cool with me. I'm cool, but. So
you're cool, but you don't know if she's cool with you.
I don't know if she's cool. I mean, you gotta understand, this is Shareese is like she has these challenging times, with people and she doesn't bite her tongue, and
so
her communication style is very hard. I haven't cracked how to communicate with her yet, but I'm willing to be a friend. I just don't see her as a love interest at all,
So man, I kind of like I know I need to ask Randall a question, but the whole accountability thing is kind of getting to me, Sampson. I just want to make sure we didn't miss it.
Ask Randall. Randall's been a part of this.
I just want to make sure we didn't miss it, Sampson.
Like this, son. Randall,
you was pushing an awful lot on her, man. You is. It's cool.
Randall, talk to Randall.
It's cool. We saw Randall, I have seen some things, right? And I think I seen it from other people telling on Randall.
You
I
talking about
see it.
you talking about what you talking about, Tyrone?
I'm talking about my
What you talking
fear.
about, Willis?
My fear. My fear when it came to Kayla. What did I say?
About Kayla?
Yeah, about Kayla. I was like,
because you told Kayla in her face, like
yeah,
what you
I
said about
think she's
her.
for the shits.
Yeah.
I think she enjoys the chase, the hunt,
and everybody
the-
saw it online.
all that. I
To
feel
her
like,
in front of her, so it's not a secret.
yeah, I felt like she liked the competition. Felt like she didn't want to lose, and I'm like,